Hi, my name is Andrew, and today I will be informing you on trade between the United States and China. There's three important aspects about trade between the United States and China, and they are the history of the trade between the United States and China, the benefits it has for both the United States and China, and the negative aspects that it has for the United States and China. History is the map of China. Although there are records of trading between China before the communist government was in power, it's not as significant and it's not the subject of this speech, but the United States traded tea, porcelain, and silk with China. Modern trade between the United States and China started in the 1970s and 80s, with the United States presidents such as Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan making trips to China and signing various trade agreements. One trade agreement is the Shanghai Communique, an agreement that started work on diplomatic relations, and the U.S.-China trade relegations, signed in 1979. These agreements allowed for free trade between the United States and China and set the stage for the relationship that we see today and the business that we do today. Now I'm going to talk about the benefits of trade between the U.S. and China that we see today. We can see the benefits of this trade everywhere we go. A lot of products that we see are made in China. They're often more affordable than Chinese products, and in tough economic times like now, people seem to choose more affordable products. It's easy to think about the products that we use that were imported from China. According to the United States Census Bureau, about $365 million worth of goods were traded from China to the United States in 2010. This shows just how large the amount of goods that we're getting from China is. The reason for this is that it's easier and cheaper to manufacture in China because of cheap labor and business-friendly laws that China has. Another positive of trade is that China has become a major source of borrowing for the United States. We borrowed close to, as you can see, these imports, and that's how much we import. We borrowed close to, I think it's $1.6 trillion from China, and that statistic is brought by the United States Department of Secretary. There are some negative aspects of trade between the United States and China. These are the loss of American jobs, as many companies outsource to China in order to cut costs, and that shows by the high national unemployment rate of 9.1%, and that is provided by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Another downside to China is the amount of money that the United States owes to China. As you can see over there, is over $1 trillion. And those kinds of things could increase the U.S. deficit and lead to higher taxes for American citizens. So, in conclusion, there's a lot to know about trade between the United States and China, and only time will tell whether it's beneficial or harmful to both countries. Thank you.
Will you please stay up there with you? Oh,